What's up, YouTube? Polo Sports Talking ENT, also Polo Sports News Plus. Here again with yet another one. Hit that like, hit that sub, also comment as well, and make sure that you're hitting the notifications as well. This is another Polo Motivation, bruh. Coming at y'all again. Look, no matter what type of hate comes toward you, no matter what type of negative thing comes your way, man, you still got to shine on them. And you gotta love, man. Listen, I'm gonna tell you, man. I I appreciate my haters so much, man. I love them. I absolutely adore them because the hate is what's gonna keep you going. And if they gonna hate on you, don't tell them to stop hating. You want them to hate even more on you because if it wasn't for them, you wouldn't have you wouldn't have the drive and the motivation to do what's necessary to take care of what you need to take care of and also prove them wrong. Listen, man, you got to succeed on their ass. Real talk. You need to succeed on them, man. Don't shrivel up in the corner and feel sorry for yourself. You know that's what they want. Nah, man, you have to love. Listen, if 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 they gonna call you ugly, shoot, be even more ugly for them and enjoy being ugly. If they gonna call you fat, man, you be the fattest motherfucker that you can. You know what I'm saying? If them motherfuckers say that you don't know that much, well, shit, man, prove they ass is wrong. Hit them with the okey doke. If them motherfuckers say that you dumb, stupid, whatever they call you, different name and all that other shit, be like, thank you. I'll be more dumb than you, but I'll shine on your motherfucking ass. I guarantee you that. Nah, real talk though. Hey, don't let don't let them haters. You got to use your haters as a step stool, and you definitely got to shine on them because a lot of people, believe it or not, man, they they'll be going so good. You know, their day will be going so good. Their month might be going good. Their year might be going good, right? And then all of a sudden, you have that one person, or you have those those few people that you just despise so much when they bring that negative energy towards you, then you just like, ah, man, oh my god, or you know what I'm saying? Like you like OMG or some shit like that. Nah, Matter of fact, you need to embrace that. Then go ahead and shine on them. Look, it's not about materialistic things if that's what you think. If you think it's like all about materialistic stuff in terms of buying buying some doves or flossing a new whip or something like that. Yeah, that's all good. That's all good. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you'll attract the wrong attention though. But man, that's not what I mean though. You know, it's really just being confident in yourself and who you are, regardless of what they say. You might be rolling by yourself. You know what I'm saying? All by yourself. Yeah, listen, there's nothing more scary than a one man army. Always remember that. There's nothing wrong with being. I shoot. I'll tell you like this. I don't mind being a lone ranger. I don't mind being a lone ranger. Uh, I don't mind, being by myself, and I don't mind mixing it up with people. Either way, you still got to be able to. You still got to be able to shine on them regardless, because you have to think about it. Whether there's like 1,000 people around you, or whether you by yourself, at the end of the day, you still gonna have to do it. They're not. Nobody's gonna get up and make you shine. Nobody's gonna make you succeed. That's something that's gonna have to come from within. Listen, jealousy and envy is a powerful thing. You know, some people they live they live to be jealous. They'll never admit it, but they are. And when you have those people that are jealous and envious of you, that it's gonna come in an indirect way where you can't really read it that much. But don't focus on that. Don't focus on that because eventually, believe it or not, those people that were jealous and envy of you and that were hating on you, that wanted to try some way to mess up what you're doing or tear everything down that you got going, they're gonna want to join on your team. They're gonna want to know, okay, damn, I can't beat this nigga, so how can I join him? How can I get better? How can I sharpen my skills or perfect my craft or whatever. It's sort of like when you play ball and you might have two opposing guys that are at the top, at the top of the league or whatnot, and one of the guys desires to be like that other player, and he's like, you know what, I'm just gonna work out with that guy just to see how I can get like that guy, or possibly one day be better than him. It happens all the time. But either way, they're not going to admit it right off that they're jealous of you. A lot of times, a lot of times they really don't be jealous of you. They're jealous of your know-how. They're jealous of of of, of positive energy that you bring. A lot of times, they're jealous of how hard working you are. That's just like the situation that I hate to bring it up again, but once again, all the stuff that's going on about Maria Taylor, it tells you a lot about life. A lot of people don't understand that when when hate is around you and you consume it and you suck it in like a sponge, and then you channel that and turn it into a positive, and you don't go back at those people, you don't realize how successful that you will become. There might be bill collectors that hate what you do, and for that reason, they'll try to throw different fees on you to try to get you in a rut. Let's say you're struggling with a certain bill or whatnot, like your car payment or something, and you're getting a couple months behind, but you've always been on time. You've always had good credit. You've always had a good payment history and everything. But let's say you get like a couple months behind, and then they'll say, okay, well, Polo, if you don't make this payment on such and such time, we're gonna have to come and repossess your car. But all along, you're like, wait a minute, I thought I thought I was good enough and had a good enough credit history or good enough payment history for y'all to take that into consideration. And then the bill collector might be like, well, we've done all that we can, and we talked to our bosses, and we can't allow that anymore. That's not really true. That's not really true. And the reason is because you have some people in there that recognize what you're doing. You might be working hard. You might be uh, doing everything blood, sweat, and tears, and they're jealous and they envy of that. And they might put on this this like makeup that is okay. It's just business. It's nothing personal, but it's really personal. It is really personal, and that's how you have to be. You have to approach everything like a business. You have to approach everything like a business. So when when people are when people are hating on you, that's their job to hate on you. And guess what your job is? It's your job to prove them wrong. It's your job to stun on their ass. It's your job to shine on their ass. It's your job to work even harder on their ass. Make your job, make your job uh, turning the haters into believers. That's simple as it is. Make that your job. When do the opposite of what they telling you. That's basically what it is. You know, you have to shine on them, and when you shine, shine with confidence. Shoot, you could shine quietly. Sometimes silence is louder than loud. Real talk. Silence is louder than loud because when you off the radar, and you've been gone for a minute, and let's say you've been busy, you've been grinding, been hustling, sweating to not putting your business out there and everything like that. Then you come back. It's like, how you like me now? How you like me now? That's how you gotta be. That's how you gotta be. Like I've told people time and time again. Don't try to jump on a train for everybody else. Don't try to jump on a train for everybody else. I'd be like, nah, I'm gonna take the caboose. You know what I'm saying? I might be the last one. I might have to, you know, struggle for a little bit, but establish your own. Shine on your own. You'll appreciate it much more than to hop on a train with somebody else and not develop your own stuff. That's why some of the biggest CEOs, the biggest entrepreneurs, they had that never quit attitude. They were always willing to do what the others want. Now, it's gonna be a lot of stuff that's gonna come your way. You know, like in terms of, I'm talking about like barricades. It's gonna be some stuff that you're gonna be frustrated, man. It's gonna be some barricades. You're gonna be like, man, why did this stuff come my way? Listen, don't let that be a distraction. You gotta you gotta continue to keep looking forward and continue to keep going. Because if you let that distract you, then what are you gonna have? What are you gonna look forward to in order to truly inspire you? You know, you have to shine on them. If 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 there's something that is on your mind that somebody has said, and it just sticks to you in the back of your mind, man. Matter of fact, write that down. Write that down, and remember what those people say. I know a guy who he wrote down every bad thing that every person has said to him in a notebook, and he countered that, or he did his best to counter each and every quote that was said to every person by every person. That's what you have to do, and then you have to shine on it. You might have been overweight in school, and they might have teased you all the time, saying, "Man, you fat. You'll never lose weight. You'll never have a good body. You don't know how to move. You're gonna die early," and stuff like that. Man, come back and succeed on their ass. You know, some people might tease you because you can't buy certain clothes or whatnot. That you don't got the bag like that. You can't really afford anything like that right now. Some people may not even talk to you because of the clothes that you wear or whatnot, or used to wear. Hey, you know what? Come back, shine on their ass. You know what I'm saying? And matter of fact, you don't even need to look and find no people. Hey, they'll find, it'll find you. You might just be walking one day, and it might have been, it might have been a female that had always, she was always talking down on you, always had something to say or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Then all of a sudden, that hate that she once used to have is gonna turn right into love. Shoot, it might even turn into lust. Believe it or not, you got to shine on them for real. You got to shine on them. The more that you love your haters, the more easier it'll become to succeed. If you always shine away from the hate, always ducking the smoke, don't want to don't want to face your fears, ain't no success in that. Real talk, it ain't no success in that. No success in that. People gonna try to do everything they can to try to, stop your focus. Some people will blatantly do it. Let's say you trying to get into the military, but these guys, they know that you're trying to get into the military, but they know in their heads they're like, okay, if I can get Polo in trouble, that's an easy that's an easy way for him to go to jail, and then he'll have a conviction on his record, or whether it's a misdemeanor or a felony, and that way it'll be harder for him to try to get in, possibly making it not get in. Guess what? They're happy about that. You know why? Because then they'll be you'll be stuck in the same situation as them, and they've achieved their goal. They're like, okay, we did it. Polo's here with us. Now what? But all along, you had a goal of making it out. You had a goal of doing something for yourself, and they envy that. You gotta watch out. Gotta watch out for those type of people. I didn't mind. I didn't mind people telling me that I couldn't do this or couldn't do that. You know why? Because that lets me know that I have something to work for. That lets me know that that's something that I could strive for and go 50 times harder for. You know, that's what I need. More of that. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of people out here. They're not gonna tell you everything. They're not gonna tell you everything, but they'll tell you this one. They'll tell you these words right here. They'll tell you can't do it. If you utter those words to me, guess what? I'm gonna just say thank you. Some people get mad and enraged, and then their emotions, and then they feeling. Not me. Not me. You gotta soak that in like a sponge. Make a mental note of that. Apply it. Apply it and execute it, and then come back and shine on them. There's some people that you might, they might not listen to you at all. They don't want to hear anything that you have to say. They don't want to hear your ideas. They don't want to know your plans. They don't want to know your goals. You might even try to get them to hop on your team with you, and they're like, nah, that's all right. That's all right. But then once you start becoming successful and everything like that, stun on their motherfucking ass, which is what you're supposed to do. Look at Birdman and Cash Money. In the beginning, everybody used to sweep them up under the rug. Nobody was giving them, a time of day. Then all of a sudden, then one day, they ended up just blowing up. At first it was no limit. It was no limit at first, And then all of a sudden, Cash Money, then they started doing their thing and just taking over. And it took them a while. No Limit was was busting their tail for a while, you know, but they stayed grinding. They never stopped, and they shined on it. Mental fortitude is very important for everything that you do. You know, that's what makes a productive a productive male and a productive female in society. A lot of people don't understand that. Listen, I'm never gonna stop. You know, and you shouldn't either. You should never stop. Don't take no breaks. Don't say I can't do this, I can't do that, man. Ain't no such thing. Ain't no such thing as you can't. You can do everything out here. You can accomplish a lot. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no limit, man. You not too old for nothing. I keep telling y'all that. You're not too old for nothing. If a hater comes to you and it's somebody that you really despise, y'all didn't get along, they were always hating on you, and they want to let bygones be bygones, man, bury the hatchet. Always keep your guard up. Bury the hatchet, though. You know, what's the use of making more enemies? The more enemies you make, the more stress you're going to have, the more looking over your shoulder you have, uh, the less sleep you're going to get. And believe you me, there's a lot of people say that, well, I ain't going to lose no sleep on this. Yes, you are. You losing sleep. Because I guarantee you, that person that, you know, you don't get along with, and that person that you chose not to be cool with, they thinking of every possible way, how can I plot on this person? How can I destroy this person? You know, use your haters as a step stool. Use them as motivation. You got to keep going. It's gonna be cold. It's gonna be lonely sometimes. That's just the way it is. That's the way life is. And you gotta be able to deal with that. If it was easy, everybody would be rich. Real talk. If it was that easy, everybody would be rich. Everybody would be wealthy. Everybody would be successful. But it's not easy. It's not by any means. You still got to get out here. You still got to put your work in. You still got to put your work in regardless. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry about those negative stuff. Those negative things that people say to you. Matter of fact, you got to expect that. Expect that you're gonna fail. Okay, and so that way when they laugh at you, they can laugh at you. And you be like, well, I knew it was gonna happen, but it happens. That way you'll have a better way of dealing with it. Some people can't. They don't deal with failure that much. They don't deal with taking L's that much or that well. They don't deal with it right. You know, you have to be able. You have to be able to take that and channel your energy. A lot of people really don't know how to channel their energy. You know, some people say, you know, they make those little quotes about channeling your inner Kobe, or channeling your inner MJ or something like that. Nah, you need to channel your inner self. Your inner self is stronger than what you realize. A lot of people don't realize that stuff. They don't realize how strong you truly are. You know, they don't realize how mentally capable they truly are of doing things. But they let other people dictate that for them. When somebody tells you to shut up, you don't know what you're talking about. Oh man, nothing that you do it ever works. It might have even been your parents. It might have even been your parents. What's up with it, Celtics Nation? I see you in the building. It might have even been your parents. They might have told you, you know, hey, look, man, you ain't never gonna be nothing. They might have constantly told you, okay, well, uh, I don't. It might be even your significant other, your ex girlfriend or something like that. Always telling you, okay, well, nah, that's not gonna work. This ain't gonna work, and all this other stuff. Hey, shine on them, succeed on their ass, keep going, and don't worry about it. I would tell you to don't listen, but you're gonna listen to everybody that's on social media. I'm gonna tell you like this. Kim Kardashian said the reason why she got on social media and she got on Instagram one time was to actually listen to the haters about what they were saying so that she could improve herself. Now, look, I'm not the biggest fan of Kim Kardashian or whatever, but that what she said right there, that spoke volumes right there. Being able to get on social media to actually endure what people were saying so that she can improve herself. You know what I'm saying? Now, some people might say, okay, well, that's just like, you know, she might be struggling with some personality issues or whatnot. But in life, if you don't, if somebody's always telling you what you're doing good and everything, then you're gonna be running around here uh, like a chicken with his head cut off. So you need somebody to bring you back down to reality. That's why it's good to go. It's good to go back around your family because your family, at least in my family, they're gonna tell you the truth. They're gonna tell you, ah, well, you know, man, you used to be in shape, but man, you look like you gaining a few pounds there, or something like that, or you know, some of them, if you absolutely look good, then they'll tell you, hey, you look good. But some people will tell you anything just so that they won't offend you. I listen. I want you to tell me the truth. Keep it a buck with me. Don't lie to me. Don't sugarcoat nothing. You know, sure, I ain't nothing sensitive about me. And most of the people that I'm around aren't sensitive. Everything is cut and dry. And some people are cutthroat with it to the point where it really gets up under your skin. That's what's gonna make you shine. For some people, they probably wouldn't be able to handle that mentally. For some people, they may not be able to handle that mentally. Real talk. Might be some people that have trouble dealing with constructive criticism. I'm not one of those people, because I was brought up that way. Everything that I was doing, I was always criticized on. And I used to get mad. I used to, you know, get a little frustrated and everything like that. But after a while, I'm like, why am I getting mad? Why am I getting frustrated? My my whole my whole I, my whole objective is to be successful, right? So why get mad? Just succeed on the edge. Just shine on the edge, which is what you're supposed to do. Which is what you're supposed to do. Nothing. Don't look at nothing as impossible. Don't look at it nothing as impossible. Because if you do, you always if somebody always gonna tell you something that's negative and stuff, then you're gonna be like, you know what? Yeah, maybe I shouldn't do it. Man, you've already been killed mentally. You've already been killed mentally. You've already been killed mentally. And guess what? That person's gonna be happy about that. Me, I'm different from others. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you the truth, but I believe in encouraging. I believe in encouraging our youth. I believe in encouraging somebody that wants to, that wants to take a path just like me. I believe in helping the next man out. Now I'm gonna be telling them the truth, but I'm gonna be like, man, you could do it. Other ways of motivating a person that some people might not like is telling them that they can't do it. I don't need to do that though. I don't need to do that because that child or that younger person, they probably wanna, they probably looking up to you as like a mentor, so to speak. Can't worry about that. People are gonna tell you all types of stuff. They're gonna tell you, uh, you're not gonna progress in this. You're too short for this. Uh, this isn't the way to go. Let's skip all that. Don't listen. I mean, listen to them, but they're like, look, I'm not trying to hear nothing you got to say for real. I know my self worth. I know how much I'm valued at this company. Be like, I'm not no regular worker, nigga. I'm the CEO of this company. That's what your attitude has to be like. Because nobody's gonna take you serious unless you take yourself serious. You know, if you can stand 10 toes down on your feet on your own, nigga, that's just as great as you having like 80, 80 guys all around you trying to trying to latch on to you and do what you need to do. Nah, they don't hop on the train, make the train, and that's what you have to do. It's gonna be hard work, man. It's gonna be hard work. Everything out here is hard work, man. Everything out here takes hard work. And if it's not hard work to you, then maybe you lucked up somehow, some way. You know, you gotta use your haters as a step stool, and you have to shine on them. And don't just shine a little bit. Now be confident with your shine, because you were just that confident with your grind. You were just that confident with your hustle. You were just that confident when you were putting in that blood, sweat, and tears. Be confident with that shit, man. Real talk. Like the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Man, he used to love being hated. He used to love being the villain. Sometimes, you're gonna have to be the villain. You're gonna have to be the villain, unfortunately. But I would rather be the villain and be successful than to be the good guy and never accomplish anything. Real talk. And and in other people's eyes, they're their perception of a villain might be different. A bad guy in one person's eye might not be a bad guy in another person's eye. A hero in one person's eye might not be a hero in another person's eye. That's how you gotta look at it. You know, shine on their ass. Make sure they're gonna be like, man, you've been working out, you've been taking care of yourself, man. What you been doing? Like, and just shine on them and be humble about it, though. You don't have to be cocky about it. Don't be cocky about it. You know what I'm saying? But be humble about it, but still shine on them. Sometimes you don't even need to say. Sometimes you don't even need to say nothing at all. Sometimes your presence alone just says everything itself. You got to shine on them. You got to stun on them. Do everything you can to shine on them. This is your life. It's nobody else's. It's nobody else's. Nobody gonna believe in you. Nobody gonna believe in you except you. There's some people that tell you that they believe in you, man. Don't fall for that. I'm not falling for none of that. For real. I'm gonna be like, look, yeah, I know you believe in me. Yeah, that's great. But I believe in myself more. I believe in myself more. White Iverson. White Iverson. Yeah, I see you, go, Mike. And you already know I've been waiting on you to pull up, man. We've been talking about this Phoenix game. I know it's one game, but what did I tell you? Pick and roll, pick and roll. We'll talk about that later, man. But you got to stun on them. You got to shine on them, man. You got to shine on them, man. These people that are out here, a lot of them, man, that be at these jobs, and you know, whether you're in school or uh, anywhere, they have some negative intentions. They have negative intentions of destroying you. They got negative intentions of not seeing you prosper. You know what I'm saying? And you got to recognize that. Use that as a step stool. Use that as a step stool. Don't get mad about it. Don't do any of that stuff, man. When people see you mad, man, believe it or not, man, it's not gonna be they're not gonna be scared of it, or they're not gonna be fearful of it or anything like that. And more importantly, they're gonna be amused by that shit. You got to shine on the ass. On every opportunity that you get, you got to shine on them. And some people not, they don't want to hear that. They're like, ah, Lord, here we go again. But I know that there's a lot of people that do need to hear this. There's a lot of people that do need to hear this. They don't know how to handle success just as much as they know how to handle failure. There's some people that don't know how to handle failure. They've never fallen on their ass before. But you got to be able to handle both success and failure. If you can handle success, if you can handle failure just as well as you can handle success, man, your way, more people will want to be around you, because you'll be able to give people an opportunity to do whatever they want to do. When your whole objective should be to own something. That should be your own objective, is to own something. Whether it's owning land, owning property, owning a business, shoot, even just owning a car. That's what your goal is, you know. And when you own something, when you own a business, they might come to you later on in life, and people are gonna want an opportunity, and you're gonna see yourself in that individual, and you're gonna be like, man, I used to be that young man. I used to be that young woman, and you're gonna see yourself in them, and that's gonna make you want, that's gonna make you question them and be like, all right, I'll give you a shot, because you're not gonna be where you at forever, man. You're not gonna be at where you at forever. There's a lot of people out here. They just wanna, skate on by until they die. Can't be like that, man. You can't be like that. Some people want to live a simple life. I'm not knocking those people that wanna live a simple life. You know, they just want a simple life. They want to be left alone. They just want to go to work and go home and go to sleep. But everybody's ambitions are different. Everybody's ambitions are different. I'm like this: if you're working at a place, are you working for retirement? Are you working for, like a 401k? Are you working for benefits? Are you working to be the owner of the company? Are you working to eventually branch off and start your own stuff? Those are some of the things that you have to decide. But either way, in all of that stuff, it still goes back to what I said. You got to shine on them. Because along the way, there's going to be people out there trying to stop you in everything that you do. I don't care, that stuff that's going on with Maria Taylor and Rachel Nichols and all that other stuff. Hey, look, that stuff is every day, and it don't even involve black and white. It involves niggas hating on niggas. It's not just Rachel Nichols doing that sort of thing. It could be people of your own kind hating on each other. As I've said before, you know, you got to use every opportunity that you got. You got to use every opportunity that you got to make something out of nothing, man. This is, you have a lot of time. Some people don't have that much time. Some people don't have that much time. This is Polo Sports Talking ENT, and also Polo Sports News Plus. This is Polo Motivation, bruh. I get at y'all.